And welcome to episode 3. I've decided to go a day at a time instead of a half day at a time like I was doing before. And I've also decided I'm going to pause the video when I'm doing boring things like chopping down trees and things like that, because nobody wants to watch somebody who chopped down trees for 20 minutes. And speaking of chopping down trees for 20 minutes, while I was watching the sunrise, I got my first jungle tree, which is pretty cool. And there's a sapling. Oops, I'm falling in. You're going to notice that there's no sound. I screwed up the sound, and I apparently paused as well right here. I'm recording this after. The sound was absolutely horrible during the recording of the video, and I decided to re-record my voice over it. So I'm recording this while I'm watching the video, so this is more like a director's commentary than anything else. I decided that I wanted to harvest this tree because I was so low on wood, and the whole joy of jungle trees is that you can easily get a stack and a half of wood from a jungle tree, if not more. I was trying to decide the best way to get up there without using up too much other resources. I didn't want to, pillar up there or something. I wanted to use the vine. So I was checking here to see what vines were available, and there really wasn't any. So I was looking and seeing if maybe a tree had grown. You notice I'm slowly just letting those go out. There are ways to make them grow faster, but I'm not in any hurry. I don't have any immediate need for grass or mycelium. You notice I had flipped the door there. I was explaining at the time how the doors don't make any sound, but obviously they're not making any sound now. I removed the sound files for the doors. You should, if your doors get annoying, which they will very quickly in your villages, because your villagers love to go through doors, if you remove the two sound files, the door open and the door close sound, it makes your map so much more serene. So I would look into that. It's fairly simple to do. You don't have to go into the jar file or install a mod or anything like that. All you need to do is overwrite a couple files in your sounds folder, and they're just sitting on your hard drive, and overwrite them and set them read only, and boom, you got sound. So let's go take care of that jungle tree. Where am I? Come on. I don't know why I'm walking around like this so much. But, I have just... Oh, that's right. I decided to plant my other sapling. Not that one, but the spruce sapling. Just to maximize the number of trees that can grow. Because it's important that you constantly have wood available to you. And obviously it's less important right now for me, because I'm about to go up and chop down this jungle tree. So let's climb up this thing here, and I wanted to notice I can't do that, so I put that there. I want to minimize the amount of jumping I do, because you notice I'm already down 1 health, and I've got that apple, but I want to keep it as long as possible. So climbing up here, then I go up this way. Watch out while you're climbing jungle trees. I'm being a little cavalier about it, but watch out while you're climbing them, because you can fall to your death. They are tall enough that you can die from falling, even if you're at full health. So that I'm here, and then I'm going to clear off the top branches here. And because I was squatting, I couldn't do that. You can do it if you're doing the little jumpy thing, but I didn't realize that. So once you get to the top, you don't need to jump up here like I'm going to do. I could have just broken all these and saved myself the jump, but oh well. As I'm clearing this off, I want to talk a little bit about trees versus cobblestone, because one of the complaints that a lot of people have about this map is that your cobblestone generator is easier to use than trees. First of all, you're guaranteed to always have the access to the cobblestone, because you run out of cobblestone, you just go to your cobblestone generator, break up 64, 128, whatever pieces of cobblestone, and then you're all set to go. Whereas with trees, if you run out of wood and there aren't any trees, you have to sit around and do nothing for a while, which is kind of stupid. And I agree that it's kind of stupid, which is why you should use all of your dirt at the beginning to grow trees. I know I've said that before, and I will probably say it again. You should always have as many saplings as is reasonable ready to grow. You'll notice I'm going down this tree sort of systematically. I'm going down 2, and then I'm breaking up the other 6 logs that are around it. I'm doing that on purpose because it doesn't require me to jump because notice I'm already down 2 just by breaking this tree up, and I want to minimize that. So the only time you have to worry about, oh yeah, just notice that I almost fell down that hole. That would have been bad. The only time I forgot what I was talking about because I almost fell down that hole. But oh yeah, so here I'm breaking up these. Notice the branches of these things are annoying. Yeah, I might have fallen in the water on that one, so that might have been okay. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Breaking up the branches is the worst part because sometimes they just fall through the bottom and there's no way to reasonably get them. Later on, I'll have a bigger platform under this thing so it'll catch them all. But right now, I think they're just falling into the ocean. But there are so many, it doesn't really matter how many will fall into the ocean. And I'm looking down there trying to see if they're there, and I don't know if I'm too far away for the entities. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go down there and see where they are. And sure enough, they fell into the ocean because there is nothing. Notice, though, that there's a couple trees already having grown down there. So now I've decided that I want to go back up, and you notice I blocked off my climb. So I'm kind of annoyed at the fact that I did that. So I have to make another path, and I cannot get up these vines. Going back and forth across the vines can be annoying. And so I don't remember what I did. Oh, I know what I did. Kind of wasting wood a little bit, but it got me up here. And I'm jumping, which sucks. And look, bam! Now I'm down to 3 of my health are gone. So I'm going to now. I notice I'm changing the way I'm breaking. Oh, okay. I paused it. I said at the time I paused it, but it was a bad pause. I changed the way that I was breaking the wood, and so I decided to pause it while I did that. But then I came back. I've now come back after chopping off the entire top of the tree, and now notice it's night because it took me that long to chop down the tree, and I got all the branches, and now what I'm doing is I'm climbing up one set of vines that has grown there, and I'm just going straight down all the other branches. And notice none of this requires jumping, so my health has not really gone down all that much. I'm sorry, my hunger has not really gone down all that much, which is kind of the key to this sort of thing. You want to do things that don't diminish your hunger. It's part of the joy of the map. You're doing a map that requires you to manage your resources, and one of your resources is hunger. So I'm gonna go up to this final one here and break it down, and then after this we're going to have so much wood. Notice I already have a stack of 64 down there, and I'm filling up another stack somewhere else in my inventory. That's how much wood you get from a big jungle tree. They are amazing sources of wood. And because of this, I've got the other woods around the middle to tell me where they are. Let's go ahead and plant some saplings. Notice I got 8 saplings. That's fairly common. I only really need 1 jungle tree. There's no need for the rest of these saplings. They're good backups in case for some reason I get super unlucky. You'll also notice all my other trees have grown. I am going to ignore them. I don't care about these other trees. I'm just going to make a shit ton of wood. And I'm going to fill in this here. And this is where I decide that, I've got my trees down. I don't need to mark where my biomes are based on what wood is on the ground. Because first of all, I have that wood on the inside that'll remind me where the different biomes are, and I also have the trees growing in where they started. So, oh look, there I got a tree. I'm going to quickly place these. This is a trick I learned in Skyblock, actually. An easy way to fill in places where you're going to go. and it's dangerous in Skyblock because you can fall through the hole you made, but in OceanBlock that's not an issue. So notice I'm going out 3 because I want to guarantee that I'm going to get all the saplings that drop off this guy, and any apples in particular, because now I'm down to 4, and I would like to not have to worry about apples. So now I'm going to break this tree up. The important thing here is that you get rid of all the leaves, and I don't generally prune. I think pruning is kind of stupid because they break naturally, and you're not wasting time and energy pruning your leaves. But with the oak trees at the beginning, until you have enough food to survive, you want to break up the leaves so that like what happens here, a new oak tree doesn't grow and put its leaves in, like use up space that could have been used up, or that could have grown leaves, because there are leaves there already. So I'm going to go and I'm going to break up all these leaves, and I'm hoping to get another apple, or at least another couple saplings, so I can replant all my saplings. And you'll see the moon is high in the sky. It's late at night, even though I've only been going for 10 minutes because I paused for like 5 to chop down that jungle tree. That's one thing with the jungle tree, is if things do fall down, you do want to jump down, because if you go from the top to the bottom of the jungle tree, it actually takes more than 5 minutes to break up an entire jungle tree. And, I got plenty of saplings now. I'm pretty good with saplings. So I'm going to put them down there, and I'm going to... There you go. We're back to being good. And my jungle tree hasn't grown yet, but that doesn't really matter. Now, I need to plan here, and I want to place... I did this on purpose. I want to do my reed farm, because my reed farm is one of the keys to this map. Reeds are what you trade for with your first villager. So you want to get those going as fast as possible, because reeds take a while to ramp up. Once they're ramped up, you can get 64, 128 reeds very quickly. But until they ramp up, it's going to take a while. It's random chance to grow that one reed. As soon as it grows, though, then I'm going to have 2. And trees, though, I don't really care about these trees, because all spruce trees and birch trees do is give you saplings and their own kind of wood. They don't give you apples, and jungle trees don't, unlike jungle trees, they don't give you that much wood. They don't give you extra wood. I realized it was kind of dark here, so I planted a tree. However, when the time comes, I'm going to want to harvest these guys, and I don't want to waste saplings, so I'm going to make sure I catch all their saplings. I also need to plan. Now, I've got mycelium going off one way, and I've got grass going off the other way. I also have my reed farm going off the third way, and I'm going to send my villagers off towards that way, is the way I'm going to make my village. And I am not going to make a village that's anything close to what you would normally expect a village to look like. First of all, I am going to force my villagers into that village by making a bunch of fences. And so I'm going to make a whole bunch of sticks, and then I'm going to use these sticks to make 64 fences. Seems like a lot, but it's really not. You're not going to run out. I'm sorry, you are going to run out of fences. And I also want some doors, so I made 4 doors. Gates, I should say. So then I'm going to put my fences there. I'm going to put my doors there. I'm mostly organizing my inventory, because I noticed before I was doing really bad with my inventory organization. So I'm going to put my fence here, and then I'm going to put another one coming this way. And then I'm going to plop a gate down somewhere in the middle. So that I can get through and the villagers can't, which is important. You don't want your villagers getting away. But the sun is about to rise and the moon is setting, and it's the end of my second day, my second 24-hour period, the beginning of my third day. Oh, and look at that, a jungle tree. So when I run out of wood, I'm set. But next time I'm going to make a village. I'm going to start my village. I'm going to get my villagers in there, and we're gonna be good to go. So until next time, I will be seeing you. Oh, I'm actually going to start by getting this tree though, because we need apples. Apples are important.